Government buildings is as if someone wants to erase
celebrating 25 years of BET.
These jokers started showing up. I was like, no, you were here first. You can have it.
You know what's crazy? Tyler Perry just became the most dangerous man in Hollywood with 6 words. 6. Not a Twitter rant, not a diss track, not even a strongly worded email. Just 6 little words that sent Meghan Markle into a meltdown so epic, even a queen would have said, bloody hell, that's dramatic.
Our African-American story is specific to a certain audience, specific to a certain group of people that I know that I grew up with, and we speak a language. Hollywood doesn't necessarily speak the language. A lot of critics don't speak.
And folks, when a woman who used to curtsy for a living starts crying at award shows, you know something serious went down. But wait, before we get to the nuclear explosion that happened at the BET Awards, we need to talk about what led to this moment. Because honey, this story has more layers than a Kardashian's makeup routine, and trust me, each layer is more ridiculous than the last.
Entertainment mogul Tyler Perry, who offered up his Beverly Hills mansion to Meghan and Harry without...
BET wasn't just celebrating its 25th year, it was celebrating Perry himself.
So there's Tyler Perry, right? This man is basically the Oprah of filmmakers. He's got more money than a small country's GDP, owns half of Georgia, and can make grown adults cry with his movies. He's sitting pretty in Hollywood, minding his own business, when suddenly in 2020, 2 unemployed royals show up at his doorstep like lost puppies. But here's where it gets interesting. Tyler doesn't just give them the guest house or a nice hotel recommendation. No. This man opens up his main house, his Beverly Hills mansion, to Harry and Meghan. The audacity of kindness. Now, providing security for ex-royals isn't like hiring a bouncer for your birthday party. We're talking presidential-level protection here, folks. Tyler Perry spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands, keeping these 2 safe. The man basically became their American daddy, their fairy godfather, their I got you, bro, friend when nobody else would pick up the phone.
I've been with you all week, from Carrie's ceremony, last night premiere, and now this... different fashion every day. And different, you too. And now this moment, you must...
And what did he ask for in return? Absolutely nothing. 0. Zilch. The man didn't even ask them to wash dishes. But here's where Meghan really stepped in it. And when I say stepped, I mean she took a running leap into the biggest pile of disrespect in Hollywood history. Fast forward to their Netflix documentary. You know, the one where they spilled more tea than a British afternoon gone wrong. And Tyler Perry, the man who literally saved their lives, gets mentioned for exactly 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Your morning bathroom routine gets more screen time than Tyler Perry got in that documentary. They spent 45 minutes complaining about not finding good avocado toast in England, but the man who kept them alive? 30 seconds. The disrespect was so thick, you could have built a whole new royal palace with it. Now, Tyler Perry isn't your average Hollywood player. This man doesn't throw Twitter tantrums or slide into DMs with passive-aggressive messages. No, Tyler Perry plays chess while everyone else is out here playing tic-tac-toe with crayons. He waited. He watched. He planned. And then, at the perfect moment, the BET Awards, celebrating 25 years of Black excellence, with all the cameras rolling and all the right people watching, he struck with the precision of a surgeon and the impact of a meteor. She owes me more than what one could expect. 6 words. 6. That's shorter than most people's coffee orders, but it hit Meghan harder than a royal scandal in the Sun newspaper.
The fact that you can say it does exist, that there was a man...
Meghan's rise in Hollywood post-royalty was always fragile.
The woman went from composed duchess to emotional tornado faster than you can say, God save the Queen. Witnesses say she grabbed her purse, whispered something to Harry that made his face go whiter than his wedding suit, and they bolted for the exit like they were escaping a zombie apocalypse. Security had to escort them out because Meghan was apparently inconsolable. Can you believe that? The same woman who sat through hours of royal protocol training, who smiled through meeting the Queen, who survived British tabloids, that woman couldn't handle 6 words from Tyler Perry. The man didn't even raise his voice. He delivered that line with the quiet confidence of someone who is Oprah on speed dial and owns more land than some small countries.
These two people love each other. They found each other out of all these odds against them finding each other, they found each other, and the love that they have is really, really.
But wait, it gets better. Because while Tyler was dropping wisdom like a philosophical guru at a meditation retreat, Meghan was having a breakdown that would make reality TV producers weep tears of joy. Sources say she immediately started making phone calls from the car, and we're not talking about calling her mom to complain. No, this woman activated full crisis management mode. Emergency PR meetings, damage control strategies, phones buzzing like angry bees in a honey factory. Her team was working overtime because Tyler Perry had the audacity to point out that gratitude isn't optional. Poor Harry is sitting there like a man watching his GPS lead him straight off a cliff. He's reportedly begging Meghan to just pick up the phone and apologize to Tyler, but she's refusing. She feels betrayed. Betrayed. Because Tyler aired their business in public. Now hold up. The man made one comment at an industry event. If that's airing business publicly, what do you call 2 Oprah interviews, a Netflix documentary, and a podcast series? A whisper campaign? The irony is so thick you could serve it at Sunday dinner. Meghan, the woman who has shared more personal details than a TMZ exclusive, is upset that Tyler Perry mentioned their relationship in one sentence. The same woman who told the world about conversations with the royal family is crying because Tyler said she owes him gratitude. Make it make sense. But here's where Meghan's response gets so ridiculous. Even the Kardashians would say, "Girl, that's too much drama." Instead of doing what any normal human being would do, picking up the phone and having an adult conversation, Meghan is reportedly developing a documentary series about Black female entrepreneurs overcoming betrayal and broken friendships. The subtlety is about as subtle as a neon billboard in Times Square announcing, "I'm petty and proud of it." She's really planning to make an entire television show because Tyler Perry hurt her feelings with 6 words of truth. 6 words. There are Twitter posts longer than Tyler's comment, but Meghan wants to create a whole documentary series about it. The woman is about to turn 6 words into a limited series with multiple episodes, probably with dramatic music and everything. Meanwhile, Tyler Perry's response to all this chaos? Radio silence. Beautiful, professional, devastating silence. While Meghan's camp is leaking stories to every entertainment blog that will listen, Tyler is over here making moves, closing deals, building his empire. He said what he needed to say, dropped the mic without literally dropping it, and went back to being a billionaire. The man is living his absolute best life. New deals, new partnerships, reportedly in talks with Barack Obama for future projects. This is where the story gets even juicier, because when Tyler Perry steps back, all of Hollywood notices. The entertainment industry is watching this unfold with the kind of fascination usually reserved for train wrecks and celebrity divorces. When someone of Tyler Perry's status makes even the mildest criticism, it sends shockwaves through every corner of Hollywood. Publicists are taking notes, streaming executives are having serious conversations, and talent agents are quietly updating their client strategies. Nobody wants to be on the wrong side of a Tyler Perry situation. This man has more influence than a royal decree and more connections than a telecommunications company. When Tyler Perry withdraws his support, doors don't just close, they get welded shut, painted over, and then covered with a "closed forever" sign in 5 different languages. But the real tragedy in all this isn't just Meghan's career potentially going down faster than the Titanic. Poor Harry is caught in the middle of this mess like a referee in a heavyweight boxing match wearing a blindfold. He's reportedly making solo trips back to the UK, trying to rebuild relationships with his family while his wife is busy burning bridges in Hollywood faster than a California wildfire during drought season. The man is playing damage control on 2 continents while Meghan is starting fires everywhere she goes. Sources say Harry understands exactly how valuable Tyler Perry's friendship was, and he's watching it all crumble because his wife couldn't swallow her pride long enough to say thank you. At some point, you have to wonder if Harry's starting to question some life choices. Maybe he's looking at his old life in England thinking, sure, the Queen was tough, but at least she didn't pick fights with people who literally saved our lives. The man traded royal protocol for Hollywood drama, and honestly, royal protocol is starting to look pretty peaceful right about now. Here's the kicker that makes this whole situation even more insane. Tyler Perry's comment wasn't even harsh. "She owes me more than what one could expect." That's barely criticism. It's more like a disappointed parent gently pointing out that their kid forgot to send a thank you card to grandma. But in Meghan's world, apparently even the mildest accountability feels like a personal attack worthy of a Netflix documentary response. The irony is so thick you could cut it with a knife and serve it at a dinner party. Here's Tyler Perry at the BET Awards, giving a speech about loyalty, family, and lifting each other up, while somewhere in Montecito, Meghan is probably stress-eating organic kale chips and wondering how her fairy godfather just became her biggest problem. Tyler Perry turned 6 words into the most effective career move in recent Hollywood history. Not for himself. The man already owns half of Georgia and has more money than a small nation's treasury. No, this was a masterclass in consequences. He didn't just drop a mic, he dropped a whole career trajectory. This whole situation is a masterclass in how Hollywood really works. It's built on relationships, respect, and reciprocity. When you take someone like Tyler Perry for granted, you're not just losing a friend, you're losing access to networks, opportunities, and influence that took decades to build. Meghan is learning this lesson the hard way, and honestly, it's about time someone taught her that gratitude isn't optional, it's essential. The funniest part? All of this could have been prevented with a simple phone call, a heartfelt thank you, or even just proper acknowledgement in that Netflix series. Instead, we got the entertainment event of the year, and Tyler Perry didn't even have to try. The man said 6 words and created more drama than a season finale of a reality TV show, creating massive drama instead. So there you have it, folks. The story of how 6 words from Tyler Perry sent Meghan Markle into a complete meltdown and possibly changed the trajectory of her Hollywood career forever. Sometimes the most devastating burns are delivered with the quietest voices, and Tyler Perry just proved that you don't need to shout to be heard. You just need to be right. And Meghan? Well, she's probably somewhere right now planning her documentary series, stress-eating organic snacks, and wondering how 6 little words became her biggest Hollywood nightmare. Meanwhile, Tyler Perry is out here living his best life, probably having lunch with Oprah and discussing his next billion-dollar project. The moral of the story? Don't bite the hand that feeds you, houses you, protects you, and asks for nothing in return. Because that hand might belong to Tyler Perry, and when Tyler Perry speaks, Hollywood listens. Even if it's just 6 words.